Hello, everybody. Welcome. It's Friday, and it's the Assisting Hands Friday finish. I took a couple weeks off for the holidays, but I am back and ready to go. I actually feel really good about the time I had with my family and excited to be back. Took a few days off, but largely was in the office. So anyway, let's get going. Let me share my screen. And so I'm Eric Rohr. I'm the owner of Assisting Hands Serving Richmond, where our goal is to help you remain happy and at home. So we provide home care services wherever you call home. That could be in a traditional home, an apartment, a condominium, independent living, assisted living, skilled nursing. We go wherever you call home to provide extra home care support. We provide support with the activities of daily living, bathing, grooming, transferring, meal prep, light housekeeping. We also specialize in taking care of people with dementia. We have a certified dementia coach on staff who provides specialized training. I'll talk about this in a little bit. We also do dementia workshops that help spread awareness and education about dementia and dementia care. So anyway, our goal is to help you remain happy and at home. All right, let me get into kind of a few things that went on this week. It was actually a really light week. First of all, Happy New Year, 2021's here. Basically nothing really changed overnight. I don't think anybody expected it had, but I think the new year holds a lot of new promise. And I think that while we've gotten off to a little bit of a rocky start, I do have hope for the new year, and I expect really great things. 2020 had a lot of challenges, but I think, as I said in my last Friday finish, I got a lot of positives out of last year, and I see a lot of hope for us. And we were, I think, all forced to be able to deal with adversity, which I think, while you don't wish that, it's how you handle it. And so I think 2021 is going to allow us to come out even stronger and hopefully have a more sense of unity, especially in the United States. I did have one event this week. It was great. Amanda over at Anthology Tuckahoe. So they're building this community. It'll probably be ready for move-in Q4 of this year. I think you've heard me speak about Anthology Midlothian. They are about to open, I think, in a month or so. I'm not sure the quite date, but they're both going to be fabulous communities. Anthology Midlothian is going to be assisted living and memory care, where Anthology Tuckahoe is going to be independent living as well as assisted and memory care. So it's great. So Amanda, she's the marketing director over there. I saw her just before the holidays. Actually, my mom, my dad, and I dropped off some holiday cookies from Assisting Hands for her. But she hosted what I think is going to be a great series. It's called Espresso Yourself, great play of words. It's going to be monthly kind of chats for some professionals in the industry. It's going to be about goal setting and I think kind of networking, et cetera. So I think it's a really smart idea for Amanda, and her the kickoff session was all about New Year's resolution tips. She came up with a really, I thought, great New Year's resolution tips and kind of how you craft them. And so she had this kind of good memory takeaway. It's called SMART. And I already messed it up. The S is supposed to be specific, not smart. It's supposed to spell smart. So the S is for specific, M is for measurable, A is for achievable, R is realistic, and T is time related. So I think those are really good characteristics of any New Year's resolution, is to be specific, so you know exactly what you're going after. It needs to be measurable. There's a saying in business, you can't manage what you can't measure. It needs to be achievable and realistic, and there needs to be a time frame around it, because if you just say, I'll do it in the next decade, there won't be a sense of urgency. So I think a time-related feature is going to create that sense of urgency. So I'm setting a lot of goals for our businesses. My business, I won't get into that into specifics. Certainly there'll be some goals around growth, but I think we're also focusing on deepening relationships with our caregivers, our clients, our employees, and all of our referral partners. So there's going to be some resolutions around that. And so I'm trying not to cast too wide of a net. Obviously, I want to grow the number of clients I have and therefore the caregivers, but I want deeper relationships. I think those foster better business relationships on all fronts. So anyway, great job, Amanda, especially yourself. And she's going to be doing these on, I think, Wednesday mornings, once a month going forward. All right. The next thing is next week, next Thursday. So before our next Friday finish, we're going to have our next dementia workshop, Living with Dementia. It's next Thursday, the 14th at 10 a.m. You need to register via Zoom to attend. So if you're interested and you can't find it on my Facebook page or LinkedIn page, email me and I will get you the registration link, or message me on Facebook. This is led by Kathy Hamlin. She's our executive administrator. She's a certified dementia coach, certified by Teepa Snow and the Positive Approach to Care. And she's just wonderful. And so this is part of us specializing in dementia care. Kathy is the leader of that. She's developed a lot of materials, but she does a great job one-on-one in helping families and our caregivers provide additional support for those living with dementia. So we're excited about that. All right, so another favorite thing I have is kind of recognizing our star caregivers. So one thing we didn't stop doing over the holidays was recruiting and hiring awesome caregivers. So we have a bunch of new caregivers that have just started with us and finished orientation and are off to a great start with us. Great Start is a play on our STAR program, where we reward our caregivers after the very, the new ones getting off to a great start and in setting targets and achieving results. And so these are our new ones. And then we have our STAR caregivers who actually achieved a great start, which is within our first 100 hours of being on shifts. And we had 4 this past pay period: Brenda, Eileen, Chano, and Amanda. And they got bonuses in their last paycheck, which we just processed payroll this past Monday. So they got a little extra in their paycheck, and which is always great after the holidays. And then we had 4 shining stars. So this are people that then did for another 250 hours. And this is every 250 hours that they achieve these certain things, milestones we have them to have. They even got a bigger bonus in their paychecks. So we had 4: DeAndre, Shade, Shiandra, and Diamond. So, and many of these are multiple recipients of our Shining Star cash incentive. So we're really looking for getting people off to a good start and then continuity in what they do. And we pay extra bonus. And this is like a 20 to 25% cash incentive on top of their regular pay. So I really love the STAR program. I love giving out these cash incentives. I got text messages from people after they got their paychecks thanking me. And of course, my response is, no, thank you. You earned it. This is part of what we committed to you. It's not random. It's not just because Eric decides that I want to do it or not do it. This is the program we've set forward. And these people have all earned these bonuses, and I love giving them out. And then the last piece of our STAR program is our Superstar. And so Brenda, who was just off to a great start, was also our Employee of the Month, our Superstar for the month of December. So normally I like to get a picture here. So much is going on, we didn't get a picture, but she's going to get a certificate and an additional kind of thank you in the form of a gift card from us here at Assisting Hands. So love the STAR program, love my caregivers. We're really going to be focused on deepening our caregiver recruitment, our retention, our programs, our education, all those things, definitely a goal of ours. And our caregivers are our most important asset here at Assisting Hands Richmond. So be looking for me to talk about caregivers throughout the year. All right, the next part of it is our shout out. Now, I'll just tell you, I don't have a guest for this week. Part of it was just everybody's coming back from the holidays. I was trying to catch up, and I didn't want to really kind of harass anybody or have to coordinate with anybody. So we will be putting together a good shout out list for 2021. I got a lot of good ideas, and I got a lot of good people that I'm going to get on it. But I did want to give a shout out for basically the CDC. They're rolling out the vaccine for COVID-19, as we all know. And that's all being done through the Vaccine Administration Management System. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that as it relates to Assisting Hands Richmond, but I do want to talk about the vaccine a little bit. In the Dunlop House, a great assisted living memory care community down in Colonial Heights has been putting this stuff on their Facebook. I shared it on my Facebook page about the vaccine. So I want to kind of put some facts over there, and I love this facts over fear. The first fear you hear is there's not enough proof that the COVID-19 vaccine works. Well, the COVID-19 vaccine for both Pfizer and Moderna are showing a 94 to 95% effective rate in preventing COVID-19. The FDA only requires a 50% efficiency rate. And so this is like big. This isn't like it's barely meeting the FDA standards. This is by far exceeding the FDA standards. And so this was tested widely and measured. And I know people were really, really looking at this. Well, the next one will say, yeah, but they rushed this and they developed them too quickly. There must have been shortcuts in the testing process. That's not true. The speed of these vaccines was developed was not due to skipping important safety steps. What was really heartening with me is I think people recognized how crucial this testing process was. So they removed a lot of the red tape, right? The bureaucratic mess, I think probably politics, et cetera. And people came together and said, how can we take all the steps that are required and do that in a very quick manner without sacrificing any safety. So the vaccines have undergone the same level of rigorous testing for safety and efficiencies as other vaccines and have been tested on tens of thousands of people, including older adults. So again, there's proof that it works. It got here fast, but not because they took shortcuts. So a couple other things. I have food or mold allergies. The vaccine will cause me harm. Well, people that have known history of severe allergic reactions to any component of the Pfizer vaccine should not receive the COVID-19 vaccine. So this is something you do need to be aware of. But they need to know that those with just food or mold allergies are fine to receive the vaccine. The clinical trial did not exclude people with allergies and even those with severe food allergies. So I would say always consult with your doctor, but you shouldn't think that you're specifically excluded just because you have a food or mold allergy. The other thing I think that people are hearing is their extreme side effects. Well, as you know, that there is going to be probably some short-term discomfort when you get the vaccine. It's like the flu vaccine. You're basically injecting part of the sickness into your body so that your body can develop an immunity to it. So you should expect to have some side effects, but these reactions are typically only last for a day or two and are usually more pronounced after the second dose. But the good news is the side effects mean your body is doing its job and making antibodies, which is a good thing. So I would say do not reject the vaccine out of hand. Know your facts, study up on it. If you have questions, contact us. Contact the CDC is probably the best source of this stuff to know what is good and bad, or I would recommend checking with your doctor. But I really think getting the vaccine is important. They're rolling it out in phases. And so that's the next thing I wanted to talk to you about is Assisting Hands Richmond and the COVID-19 vaccine. So Kathy Hamlin, my executive administrator, once the vaccine was announced back in December, started working with the CDC and their VAMS, the Vaccine Administration Management Center, and she got Assisting Hands Richmond designated as a priority group. That is because we have frontline healthcare workers in our caregivers. So we've been designated by the CDC and the VAMC as a priority group in receipt of the FTC approved COVID-19 vaccination. So we have received today that notification that the doses of the FTC approved COVID-19 vaccine have allocated for our employees are ready, okay? So we are now scheduling vaccination at the approved clinics for our Assisting Hands Richmond employees wanting to be vaccinated. That has begun, that scheduling has begun. So we're not requiring our caregivers to get it done absolutely. This is a health choice everybody has to make, but we have lots of our caregivers that want it. They want to be safe from the COVID-19 flu and they also want to be safe going into our homes. We have a lot of protocols in place. We have not had any outbreaks with our clients. So I think we've done a good job of stopping the spread, but this is just the next level of protection that we feel is important, and our caregivers will be getting the vaccination, and we'll keep you updated as it's going. And our first dose of the vaccine should be received by Assisting Hand employees in late January. So we've already gotten on the schedule, and Kathy is requiring our caregivers to contact her, and then she's helping them schedule the vaccination process. So I just wanted to make that announcement. I'm really happy that the CDC, the FDA have worked so hard, Pfizer, Moderna, we got to learn a lot, and then we're participating voluntarily in this program so that we can make sure we have that extra level of safety as we continue to care for our clients. And just because we get vaccinated doesn't mean we're going to relax our other protocols in place related to COVID-19. So anyway, super excited about that, super hopeful about that, and we're really happy to be able to talk about that today. All right, so that's kind of the end of our Friday finish. I want to encourage people to go to YouTube and search for Assisting Hands Richmond and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can get all of our video content that we post there. We'll be having another dementia workshop uploaded there next week. And then all of our past dementia workshops and Friday finishes are archived on there in case you want to view that at any time. So anyway, thank you for watching. Have a great weekend. Again, Assisting Hands, we're here to help you remain happy and at home. Have a great weekend, and we'll catch you next week. Talk to you later.